I'm here this afternoon with Councillor Philip Martin and the Adelaide City Council looking at Colonel William Light's collection. What can you tell us about Colonel William Light?
Oh, Gregory, he was a fascinating character. He had a military background. In fact, he went into the military at a very young age, 13 or 14, distinguished himself in battle, particularly in Europe, was a veteran of a couple of campaigns in Spain, went back to England, and then went out to what was then faraway Egypt. And there he met Egyptian royalty, and he was charged with the task of building a navy for Egypt. And so he went back to England and ordered the ships, and by the time he got back, royalty had run off with his wife. He then applied for the top job running South Australia. It was called Commissioner. Well, they passed over him, and that was a great disappointment. But then they offered him the job of Surveyor-General, the job of designing the city of Adelaide. And we are so lucky he got the gig, because he's created a city that's really quite different. It is surrounded by parkland, as we say, designed for life.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful city to live in and visit.
Oh, and look, he gave us this city which has this parkland. The lungs of the city, as the parklands are, provide us with not only, all of that beautiful greenery. I think this is one of the most beautiful cities in the world, and Colonel Light is the man we need to thank.
It's one of the easiest cities to get around in, isn't it?
He prescribed the exact width of every road, every laneway, and some curious things about it as well. For example, and I'm sure you've heard, he wouldn't allow a street to have the same name crossing King William Street, because he wouldn't allow anyone to cross the King. Extraordinary.
And King William Street is one of the widest main thoroughfares of any capital city in Australia, isn't it?
It is, it is. It is to the eternal shame, I think, of early Adelaide that Light was never credited with the job he did. In fact, at the time, there were more critics than there were people who thought he'd done a good job. It wasn't until long after his death that everybody thought, wow, what a job this guy's done.
He also had another side to his life, his art. And a lot of people don't know about that, do they?
No, and isn't it extraordinary that somebody could be a military man, a naval man, a surveyor-general, a politician in many ways, and an artist. And the way he captured early Adelaide is quite remarkable, such that it was copied.
Yes, it was copied so many times, and we have a copy here today.
Show me.
This was a copy done in 1886 for the 50-year celebration of Adelaide, and exhibited at exhibition buildings on North Terrace, which unfortunately no longer exist.
Yep.
And here in the Adelaide City Council book is another print of one of the copies, and it was copied. A lot of his work was copied quite a lot.
So the copy is not the same as the original?
No, every copy had something missing from it. And we can note in this one, we've got no birds, it's a different angle, and there's birds in this one. I've seen a few other works that have been copied, and one of them in particular was copied back in England, and the English artist took all the dead gum trees out because he didn't like dead trees.
Well, as you don't.
No, you don't. Well, we don't, but that was the flavour of Australia. It was really showing what South Australia was like, the Australian beauty of the landscape.
He was certainly a great man.
Yeah. We're very, very lucky to have had him design a city for life.